Watching today's Winners and Losers on Wall Street with our financial expert, Rob Black. And I guess one of the worries over the last few years has been inflation and prices climbing. And we're starting to see that with the CPI that came out today, the Consumer Price Index.
Yes, and let's do a quick primer. Consumer prices are things that you and I consume, typically food, gasoline, things along those lines. Over the last 12 months, the CPI is up 2.1%. So hopefully our wages are up 2.1% or more so we could keep up with the price of inflation. Airline fares are up 5.8% year over year. That's a pretty big jump. So again, we only have so much money to spend on our economy, and once it's gone, it's gone. So as the consumer prices, you kind of want them to be very Goldilocksian. Not too hot, not 5%, but not too cold at 1%, where there is a threat of deflation, which is just as bad as inflation. So these numbers are very, very doable, and they're a good sign for our economy. The recent pickup is considered basically good news because, again, you want inflation somewhere around 2%, which is what the Fed pegs when they do analysis on it.
So if you get a 2% raise at work, you're not really getting a raise, you're just keeping up with the cost of living.
That's why people really shouldn't put money in the bank and just let it sit there, because that money doesn't keep up. You lose to inflation.
Interesting. We're waiting for this new smartphone to come out. A lot of excitement around Amazon's phone. It's not even out yet, and they already have an exclusive deal with the carrier.
And we already know what it does. So they have a deal with AT&T. I consider this a winner today. In large part, you and I could use some competition for Apple. We could use some competition for Samsung. Having a third real player out there would be a positive. So Amazon's got this long-rumored smartphone device that's going to have a hologram technology. In theory, you're going to be able to surf the internet with just your eyes and not necessarily moving, mice and trying to, use your finger to swipe. So we'll see. But this is good. AT&T had an exclusive with Apple for a couple years. This gives them a leg up on Verizon if ultimately it is a hot product. And it'd be nice to see, because Amazon, everything that they've touched is turned to gold. Maybe they got one more gadget in them.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that hologram when they unveil the phone tomorrow.
Today.
Today?
Oh, no, you're right, tomorrow.
I think it's tomorrow.
It's Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. We're talking about Elon Musk. He always thinks big, right? With Tesla and with SpaceX and SolarCity with some big plans.
You are right. So Musk is trying to get size and scale. SolarCity is the largest installer of solar panels on the commercial real estate, as well as you and I. We can get them done, and then we basically pay half of our savings back to SolarCity for the next 20 years. Google has helped fund SolarCity on some level, so it's a pretty ambitious project. He wants unsubsidized solar power to cost less than grid electricity from coal or fracked gas. Musk is doing things right, so picking up another company to help him make some breakthroughs in the future with solar installations.
Now, we've seen some breakthrough products come out through Kickstarter. It's a crowdfunding source, and this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard of, Rob, what you're about to talk about.
Yeah, and I don't know how to talk about this without saying, this isn't really a business headline as much as it's a technology business breakthrough. So this guy, Xavier de la Rue, he was out of Palo Alto. He started a Kickstarter campaign for $50,000. He's already pulled in $300,000. His goal is to set up a drone with a camera that will follow you around, tied towards your Apple phone. So if, let's say you're an extreme skier, the GoPro shows you one angle, but this would show you, you could set it for 150 feet from you. You could set it so that it shows your front side, your back side, and there it is, the drone following you around. It's pretty awesome because the applications aren't just for extreme sports. Think about if you've just been on a date with a woman, you can have your drone follow her home to make sure
Stalking. Oh, safely.
No,
okay, not stalking,
safely,
just to get home safely.
Or your children say they're going to the neighbors for take the car to the neighbors and go to the mall. Follow them and see if they really went to the mall with a car. It's pretty exciting, and again, tied towards your phone. Just the views right there are spectacular, the way you could document your life now in a different level.
That's amazing. Yeah, amazing product, and Kickstarter getting it funded. Thank you, Rob. And if you have a question for Rob, post it on his Facebook fan page, and we'll answer it here on KRON 4. We'll be right back.